Abdul got them keys.
Dear friend, there's a lot of questions that I really want to ask, and I do really wish that I would have asked. I feel weird bringing up the past. It's the past because you're supposed to not bring it up, but it'll never heal no matter how big the cast. I wish I could speak to you. I wish that I would have known how bad you were struggling before it was too late. All I ever knew was how bad it was with your last mate, but you loved her, so I told you that it might get better and that you had to wait. I remember everything like it was yesterday, but it was almost 2 years ago when I lost my friend. You always held on to hope no matter how many mean texts she would send, but y'all always got back together like God would intend. But then it ended almost 2 years ago today, and I remember how much you would fight and then play. Arguments would go on for days, and then y'all would act like it never happened. But I knew all the pain and suffering you went through, and I hate even writing about this because you were sick like the flu. You see, he battled depression. He would fight to survive no matter how hard it got. You see, he was always the type that had fought no matter how much I told you the pain that she had brought. But one day I had enough, and I remember how mad you got, because that day you were arguing and she told you to kill yourself, and she knew all the problems you had and she still put that on the shelf. I told you to end things and that it was for the best, but you got mad and told me that I was just like the rest. But I told you that you were too stressed and needed to get all that weight off of your chest. I tried telling you that you were blessed and that God had someone better out there for you that you haven't addressed. But you got so mad and stormed off, and I had no idea that I'd be the next person that you cut off. I woke up the next morning to find out that I was blocked, and then weeks went by and we haven't talked. And then you showed up to tell me that she was acting crazy again, but I wasn't shocked. You said that she thought you were cheating and went through your phone, and when she tried to take it back, she broke your bone. That's when I noticed the cast. You said that she was just mad and in her zone, and whenever I told him to keep going, my face turned to stone. She pulled up at my house and made a big scene in the front yard, but it didn't last too long because my dad went out there and stood guard. But it didn't last long because before we knew it, the cops showed up and ended it all. And then you went home and I thought you were safe, but the next morning I got a call. They said you killed yourself, and I started banging my head on the wall. My dad ran in and asked me what happened. I told him that you were dead. I guess that was your downfall. Dear friend, there's a lot of questions that I really want to ask, and I do really wish that I would have asked. I feel weird bringing up the past. It's the past because you're supposed to not bring it up, but it'll never heal no matter how big the cast. I wish I could speak to you. I wish that I would have known how bad you were struggling before it was too late. All I ever knew was how bad it was with your last mate, but you loved her, so I told you that it might get better and that you had to wait. And that's my story of how I lost my best friend in all my glory. Not even a month later, she was torturing another guy. But not even a week into the relationship, he left her high and dry. No one has heard from her since. The story is that she moved away, but that's a good thing, so she can never cause the type of pain that she did that day.